What's up? 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 What is up? How are y'all doing tonight? It is Sunday, and you know what time it is. We have got to talk about episode 7 of House of the Dragon. I'm your host, Emmanuel Eman Noisette. Want to thank each and every one of you for coming through tonight. Guys, this is the second to last episode, and some things have happened. Bastards, squad up. Okay? Don't call it a comeback, but Team Black is in the building. We back, baby. Okay, we back. Ooh, man. This episode right here, man, we've got to talk about it. But before we do, let me give the spoiler alert again. I don't know why you watching this. If you have not watched episode 7 of House of the Dragon, please go watch the episode. Come back. You can watch it on a replay. It's all good either way. Shout out to the replay gang. But please, this is your final spoiler alert because we about to talk about this episode up, down, left, right, and all in between. So, Team Black, baby. We out here. Okay? We out here. Boy. Man, this episode right here. Man, real quick. Let me give 2 special shout outs. I want to say thank you very, very much to Loki for the $20 Cash App. Appreciate you so much as always. And Robert, thank you for the $5 Cash App. Said just wanted to contribute a little bit, brother. Thank you so much. Any contribution helps keep the lights on and keeps these ad free. So I appreciate you very, very much. But let's see who is here tonight before we dive into this topic. Last of my kin, what is up? Good to see you. Paulette, thank you for being here. Talented one, what's going on? Looks like you still got 10 minutes, so go ahead and keep on watching. My man, it's Sheed. How you doing? Good to see you. Daniel, what is up? Eugene, thank you for being here. Deborah, fire. Yeah, you could say that again. Okay, you could definitely say that again. Tracy, thank you for being here. My man, Minister Crush is back. Listen, I'm fine with that. Vermithor can be Dylon because it definitely was spitting that hot fire. Okay, we get that. That is fine by me. Let's see. K-Rock, what is up? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Treese, good to see you. Didier, what is up? You know what? We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Jace's energy because my man, listen, I had some issues with him for a second, but upon reflection, I think I'm coming around. But we definitely gonna talk about it. Who else did I see? There we go. Hold on. There we go. T-Ville, appreciate you coming through. Thank you. Kristen, what is up? My man Dwight is here. Marsha Rhys, hello. Bastards are coming in all shapes and sizes. Okay, and I love to see it. Corey, what is up? My man Johnny. Are you catching on the replay? All good. Thank you for coming through, brother. Let's see. Torres, hello. Good to see you. My man Steven is here. What is up? It is what it is. Thank you for being here. Famous Jay, how you doing? Who else did I see? Shelly, good to see you. And shout out to everybody that has come out tonight. Let's get started because we got to talk about this, y'all. We have got to talk about all of this. So first off, we kicked it off with this interesting shot. I liked this shot. This reminded me of a classic showdown. This is a classic type of almost like a Western feel, type of deal. I really enjoyed this. Definitely was looking pretty cool. Just the showdown between Rhaenyra and with Adam. This opening shot, I was just like, okay, like it's about to go down. And Rhaenyra was kind of like, yo, like I'm the queen, who you with? What crew are you running with? And Adam already knew what it was. My man was like, listen, I know my black job. Okay. I don't want no problems. Okay. Like I know what it's like to serve. And I serve you, my queen. Okay. That's all it is. He also said, listen, if the gods are the ones calling out to me, who am I to refuse them? Because remember, the people they regarded the dragons as gods, right? These dragons were in high regard, for the common folk at this point. And my man was just like, listen, I mean, I'm just here to help, you know. And by the way, I like the fact how like Sea Smoke was ready for that smoke too. You saw Sea Smoke kind of step up and was like, look, what y'all want to do? Because y'all not gonna mess with my boy over here. Okay. And keep in mind, Sea Smoke is very battle ready and battle trained. Sea Smoke was there for 3 years, when they were fighting the Mr. Krabs or whatever. And Rhaenyra, she kind of asked him, was like, man, but like, who your peoples? She was like, who's your family? And he was like, look, I mean, my mom's, she was a shipwreck or whatever. Didn't, but and my dad, he ain't of nobody of consequence, And I'm just sitting here wondering, like, how long are we gonna string this? Because obviously he is Corlys. That's Corlys' son. How long are we about to go into this and string this along? Because I'm just really wondering, at some point, we just gonna have to come out with it. Somebody gonna have to come out with it. And I think what was also interesting here is look how shocked Rhaenyra was. When Rhaenyra landed, she was ready to go at it. She was like, I don't know who it is, whoever this rider is, but clearly you are an adversary. And once she found out that this was not what it was, once she found out that this was actually somebody who was already on her team, you could see how shocked she was with that realization. And I thought that was kind of interesting to see that in her. Now we go to Alicent. We see that, she is going through it. She is going through it. You notice that she had that cut on her arm that was very similar to the one that I think she gave to Rhaenyra back in season 1 when Aemon lost his eye as a little boy. And Alicent was probably realizing how full circle this whole situation is coming now for her. She's realizing that, look, whatever you do, whatever you say, it don't matter. Not around here, And later on, we see that that she's about to go on this field trip or whatever with her guard. And we also see that the rats are back. And we know that the rats are not a good sign, right? The rats are not a good sign. We saw that in season 1 when everything was falling apart. We saw rats almost every 5 minutes. But keep in mind, they also got rid of them rat catchers too. So, whatever. But yeah, we do see her asking her guard here to saddle up. I want to go on a field trip, And my man was sitting here, was like, what? You want to go where? By yourself? Okay, I guess, Now we go out to the yard and we see Sir Clubfoot is talking to the other councilman. Do y'all know this dude's name? I forget his name. But this council dude basically heard the whisper about Sea Smoke finding a rider. And what I thought was interesting was that he could have told this to Aemon, but instead he passed it over to Sir Clubfoot. I think he knows that Sir Clubfoot is very resourceful, and it might be a good thing to be on his side, right? Word does travel fast. And when Clubfoot was asking him, like, yo, where did you hear about the whole Sea Smoke thing? My man was like, listen, I heard it from my brother's second cousin, who heard it from a fisherman, who heard it from a merchant, who heard it from his third barber cousin friend, whatever, So clearly this thing, Clubfoot was like, all right, listen, we're going to have to hold off on that. Don't tell Aemon. Chill out. This might be one of them whispers. We just going to have to leave to the wind. All right, just leave it alone. We don't have to go, riling up the king like this or the Prince Regent, whatever. And we also see here that Aemon, he's collected Aegon's boys. Now, I thought he was going to kill them. I thought that he was going to sit here, chop off their heads, and really make a statement and show people, I'm the new king around here. Y'all not finna sit here and like remember Aegon. I'm erasing all of that. but instead, he actually just sent them to the wall. So I thought that was kind of interesting that he did that, because I really thought that he was gonna kill him right then and there, right? Um, so anyway, um, we go and we see here that this is Sea Smoke flying back with Rhaenyra, and Jace is seeing that. Y'all already know Jace don't like this. Jace don't like this, but we'll get into that in a second. Corlys finds out about this new writer. We see this dude right here. Y'all remember him? Look, we could just call him Sir Charlie Murphy. You know, remember he was the one that got slapped the other episode, but he's already complaining about the new writer and how it's a lowborn and how, you know, it's just such a big deal. And he doesn't like the idea of these lowborns riding dragons. And once again, you already can start to see this building up. Jace is feeling some type of way about this. Okay, he does not like the idea that you know, these lowborn people are riding around on these dragons like this. It's just not a good thing, and he's not feeling it. So, you know, now y'all notice my man ain't complaining when Rhaenyra's around. I feel like he's understood that you're gonna have to make your complaints outside of the queen's presence, or else you're gonna find them five fingers once again. You know, but anyway, Jace is not feeling it. We'll go into a little bit more as to why. Now, Rhaenyra, she's consoling with Mysaria. And Rhaenyra, you know, she just wants to find out more about how this dude could ride a dragon. You know, they checked ancestry.com. This plan didn't really work out very well last time. So the fact that, you know, that this is happening, she just wants to really understand. And Rhaenyra said that, you know, she can't go out there just collecting new lowborns, you know. And Mysaria was like, but wait, like there are hella Targaryens out there. There are hella Targaryens out there that are out in them brothels, you know. We've seen them. We've seen all them blonde hairs just running around. We know Aegon got all his little bastard kids running around and stuff, you know. And Rhaenyra was like, hold on now, but you know, all them bastards and lowborns, they don't have no honor. You know, being a Targaryen, it comes with honor and prestige. And Mysaria was like, wait a minute, your own highborn brothers, they ain't got no honor either. What are you talking about? You better embrace the bastards. And you know, Rhaenyra was like, okay, then, you know, F it. Call the bastards. Come one, come all you bastards come through. That's just what it is. Speaking of bastards, Adam, he had a conversation with Corlys. You know, he did ask to leave to become a dragon rider, and Corlys was like, say less. It's all good. And he left saying, well done, you know, and you could see the look in Adam's face. All this man has ever wanted was for Corlys to acknowledge him and to just recognize him. And, you know, and I think on the flip side, I think Corlys is actually proud. I think Corlys was really like, you know what? This guy who didn't come from a noble place, who I pretty much left hanging, right? Let's be clear now. Corlys left these boys hanging. And this man has grown to the level. He's ascended to the point of being a dragon rider, which again is of high regard. So I think Corlys is really looking at this like, you know what? Yeah, like this is my boy. Like he's proud of him, right? And again, this is all Adam ever wanted. You know, I mean, we know Alan was kind of like, I don't want nothing from him. Forget Corlys, whatever. But Adam, on the other hand, is like, nah, I need that affection. I need that recognition. So when Corlys was like, yo, well done, I think Adam heard, I love you. I'm so sorry I haven't been around. How about this? Let's go play catch right after this. I think that's what Adam really heard in his head. But anyway, we move on back to Harrenhal, and we see Oscar Tully is coming in back to Harrenhal, and he needs to speak with Daemon. But Tully is calling out Daemon for the mess that he has created with all his dirty tactics. Let's not forget, Daemon is the one that made the Blackwoods go do all that shady stuff, and that pissed a lot of the Riverland people off, right? And Tully said, but listen, I still recognize the oath that we made to Viserys. And because of that, we're cool with Rhaenyra. And he knows that he's young, but he tells Daemon straight up to this man's face, everybody hates you. Don't nobody like you, man. Straight to his face. Hey, come on through, Big Tully. I see you, bro. You know, now Daemon feeling some type of way. He's talking to the Riverland, folks, and he's like, all right, y'all. The old Tully's dead. It's time to squad up, And Tully gets called out by the other River Lords for being young and siding with Daemon, who, again, they don't like and they don't respect, right? Even though Daemon's trying to pull some weight and all that. So, while they sitting here like complaining about him, saying like, man, you about the age of my son. Why should we listen to you? But, Tully basically was like, listen, I don't have no love for Daemon, but we gonna stand on business, 10 toes down on this oath that the Tully people have made to King Viserys. And man, he made hella shots at Daemon. He was like, listen, we gonna do this oath, even though some people aren't worthy of it, even though some people name rhymes with Raymond we don't like. My man sat there and was like, boy, he took every shot that he could at him. But despite all of that, you even saw Sir Strong was like, ooh, this is ugly. Like he knew that they was trying Daemon's patience. Okay. And but here's the thing, Daemon had to eat them L's. He had to eat every single one, because it's a higher purpose going on now. Okay. Now the River Lord, Tully said that, yeah, we gonna, submit to the oath and all that. But the other River Lord people was like, we still want justice. We still like, that's cool and all. We could deal with the oath and all that. We about our word, but we want justice. And everybody looked at the Blackwood guy. Okay. Because he was like, listen, I pledged my service to Daemon, and I just did what I had to do. And I served our king. And Tully was like, nah, bruh. Nah. We know that you did what you had to do, but you also got to deal with your crimes. And Blackwood was like, wait. What you mean my crimes, man? Hold on now. And Tully was like, you did that mess because you wanted to. Don't be sitting here acting like it was just a service that, nah, bro. You did that because you just dirty. And Blackwood was like, all right now, Daemon, your grace, prince, consort, king, sir, please help. Please, sir, please help. But that was it. Because Tully put the pressure on Daemon and was like, Daemon, if you really want to prove that you worthy, you're going to have to do what you got to do to serve this justice. And y'all already know Daemon ain't going to waste no time. My man got to chopping. And I think what's telling here is that this feels like the first time that Daemon is realizing that he's just a piece on the board. Remember what Alice said to him. He's not the main player. He's not in control. He had to figuratively bend the knee to the traditions and the ways and customs of the Riverland people just to get his own way. So if, just like the Tully said, do you want our army or not? Because if you want your army, if you want our army, you're going to have to do things the Riverland way. You can't come in here with your Targaryen ways. It's not happening. And Daemon was like, well, shoot, if I got to cut off one head even though it is bogus now, because this was the one guy that was like, I'll do whatever you say, I'll serve you. Daemon had to make a sacrifice. And as Daemon goes back, we see that damn goat again. And y'all already know at this point, the goats clearly are an occult sign. If we see the goats, we know some witchcraft or something is happening. And here comes another hallucination. And who could it be? None other than the damn crypt keeper sitting on Daemon's bed. He said that with this crown, it basically crushed him. And he never wanted it. You know, and King Viserys, he asked Daemon, like, are you sure? Like, do you still want this? Is this what you actually wanted? You know, and I love this confrontation. I love this conversation because it really feels like a culmination of the growth that Daemon has been going through. I've been saying this, like with all the other hallucinations that Daemon was going through, that these illusions or whatever, I feel like they're pushing Daemon's character in a direction. And I think we now know what that direction is. He had to make a difficult choice. And the difficult choice was basically, do you want to hold on to this long believed ego and desire of wanting to be a king? Or do you want to let it go? Do you want to serve justice for your own mistake, by the way, and clean up your own mess? Because we know he's always made messes and never really cleaned them up. And do you want to get this army together? So do you want that bigger goal where you are a piece, you are not the player, or do you want to hold on to just this idea, this dream of being a king? And what's beautiful about this scene is the fact that he's really confronting the broken down, decrepit, you know, probably breath stinking Viserys and being like, is this really what you want? Because I didn't even want this. You keep chasing this ideal, but look what it did to me. And Daemon had to make a choice. He has to make a choice. And I think that, you know, this scene and these hallucinations are probably going to make our boy turn out a little bit better. I think. So it's definitely a question of maybe like, you know what? Maybe I need to step back, let Rhaenyra do her thing, because I don't really want all this smoke. And look how hard it was for him just to deal with that one guy, Blackwood. You really want to deal with the rest of the stuff that come with being king? Probably not, bro. Probably not. Anyway, we go back to the kingdom, speaking of kings, and Aegon is being helped by the DEI Grandmeister. Sir Clubfoot comes in and said, you're going to have to work him harder. First of all, how you going to have a cripple help another cripple? You know, I'm just saying, make it make sense. But, you know, Clubfoot is basically telling them like, hey, yo, you're going to have to make this work because, you know, people are coming for you. You in danger. And I think what's going on is every time Clubfoot talks to Aegon, he's basically telling him things that he told himself, if that makes sense. In other words, think about the fact that he's trying to push Aegon to work through it, to get stronger, to not get comfortable, so that because he knows Aegon is his lifeline. He knows that Aegon, if he can help Aegon, he's really helping himself. So he's really telling Aegon, you got to get stronger, bro. You got to work through this. You got to push through this. Because Aemon, he might just come and kill you at any moment. And the beauty of this all is for both of them is that if Aegon can get stronger while looking weak, he can take advantage of people that underestimate him. So Clubfoot is out here really doing for Aegon what he's probably done for himself, you know, in the past. So, you know, but again, this is still self-serving. Let's not get that twisted. Okay. This is still a way for him to get Aegon back on the throne, not have to deal with Aemon, who he cannot control. He cannot control. but it is what it is. And shout out to Team Cripple. But not only this is something else interesting. We also saw Clubfoot talking to the Grandmeister, and we heard that the Grandmeister was like, yo, I've been pushing him and working him by your command. I believe that this now makes 2 people on the council that appear to be deferring and listening to Sir Clubfoot behind Aemon's back. Something is cooking here. Something is going on. Either these 2 people, remember the other councilman, Clubfoot, and now the Grandmeister, they might all be working together and they're still on Aegon's side. That could be the case. They might be afraid of Aegon. But either way, I feel like they are treating Sir Clubfoot almost like the next hand. I think they're recognizing, when things happen and when things go down, he about to be the next hand anyway. So, I it's interesting to me that you got all these people deferring to him. And of course he's making things happen. Meanwhile, Corliss meets up with Alan after he got his fresh haircut. He says that he needs him to send out a message. He also told him that Adam, his brother, is the new rider, the new dragon rider. He mentioned that their people are from Old Valeria, which we knew already. Despite not knowing anything about their mother, he believes that there's something in the blood, right? And Alan said, I don't care nothing about them dragons, man. I'm a man of sea and salt. That's it. I ain't trying to go ride no dragons like my brother. If he won't do that, that's fine. But this man over here, I'm about that sea and salt business and nothing else. Okay, just that's it. So Alan basically is going to stay committed to doing the business on the water, which I think will properly and hopefully finally set him up as the new person to inherit, the new heir to inherit Driftmark. It's about time. Corliss done lost his daughter, done lost his wife, losing his son. It's like, man, you got 2 good bastards right there. You might as well just recognize these brothers. Just go ahead and do it. It'll be all right, So hopefully he'll get that Driftmark. And keep in mind, this is similar to what Baela told him in the last episode. When he was like, yo, I want to make you the new person, the new heir to Driftmark. And she was like, nah, I'm fire and blood. I'm a Targaryen. I'm a dragon rider. Driftmark needs to go to somebody of sea and salt. And what did my man Alan just say? What did he just say? So there you go. Let's see what else we got. So, speaking of which, so we go to Rhaena. She is leaving the Vale. I think, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, I think she's going back to the prince or whoever the royal family was that took in Daemon and her mother back in season 1. I think that's where they wanted to go. That's where they were going. But Rhaena goes off the path and she finds, that's Lady Aaron, I believe, from the Vale. Rhaena goes off the path and she finds more of those barbecue sheep, and I think we're all set up now for her to finally get her own dragon. Because keep in mind, she has been looking for purpose all this time. She is sitting here really feeling some type of way that everybody else got a dragon but her. But now this gives her the opportunity. I think y'all said this might be Sheep Stealer, the other dragon that's out there. So this could be her opportunity to finally claim Sheep Stealer at some point. So keep an eye out for that. Jesus, Allison's still out there in the woods doing whatever she's doing. I really don't understand what's going on with her. But she still wants to be out in the woods and do her thing. And she's not ready. She's not ready to end her camping trip just yet. Not yet. Anyway, we'll come back to her a little later. Who do we need to talk to? Oh, okay. So we got to talk about Jace. All right. So here's the thing with Jace, right? So Jace is hating. He is hating on Mysteria. He's like, yo, where did you get this idea from to get all these lowborns, getting dragons? You know, like what's going on? Now, keep in mind, it was Jace's idea. It was Jace's idea to sit here and go through the books and find family members. But there's a difference. The difference is he wanted to find highborn people. So he wanted to find people that were related to them, but still had status. The mere fact that they're now going to bastards, the lower common folks, this is the problem. Now, listen now. I don't know about y'all, but when he started talking to Rhaenyra and he had that energy, did y'all see when my man called them mongrels with the hard EL? I was sitting here like, wait a minute, but bro, what? Wait, did Jace just get racist? Is it with the hard EL? Really, bro? That's what we gonna do? But I understood where it was coming from now. You know, I think about it. He has a real issue with the lowborn bastards because one of them could rise up one day and claim the throne. Rhaenyra's like, yo, we can end this war with these riders. And you can see in Jace's face that, like, even though he was named the heir, he's still feeling some type of way. He is feeling a certain type of way because he's no longer a special bastard. That's why he brought his dad up and he's feeling like his special bastard privilege is being stripped away from him because now all these other bastards are getting dragons too. This is what's happening. He's no longer special. Bastards are already born with an inferiority complex due to the societal constructs, right? If you're a bastard, you're a lowborn, nobody likes you, whatever. So this is, and he already knows that he's a bastard. He knows everybody else knows he's a bastard. Now he's trying his best, obviously, because to him, he was like, even though I know I'm a bastard, everybody knows I'm a bastard, at least I was a dragon rider, and that gave me a little special status. Well, if other bastards got the same level to you, oh well. So this has got to be a real blow to Jace feeling special and now not so much, you know. And Rhaenyra was like, hold on now, like, listen, if the gods chose this, it's above me now. Sorry, like, it's, what can I do? And I want you to just think about this because, you know, flash forward. We know that somebody eventually claims one of the biggest dragons out there, right? Who's going to stop that guy from saying, you know what? Maybe I'm the actual heir to the throne. And who going to stop him? I'm just saying, in the future, who would stop them? Yeah, Rhaenyra can say that, you know, it's Jace and all that. But if somebody with a bigger dragon than Jace want to pull up, this whole House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones, this thing could continue. So Jace is really not being a hater. He's not. He's just like, yo, I'm everything you built me up to be. It feels like it is now being stripped away. So this is a different type of battle of the bastards that Jace does not like. But I want to point something else out to y'all. And it has to do when Jace was like, yo, what's up with Lady Mysteria? Because you got this idea from her, right? I want to throw something out there real quick. Do y'all believe that it's possible that this could be part of Mysteria's plan? Now, what I'm saying here is it possible that Mysteria could actually be the real villain here. We've seen how she knows how to manipulate the townspeople. That was not hard for her at all. She knows how to get the people going. And she clearly can manipulate Rhaenyra. She's lived a hard life. It's easy for her to sit here and resent nobility. Could this be a way to disrupt and dismantle the entire system if bastards are running amok? I'm just not going to be surprised if this could be a hidden villain turn. Because, I mean, she seems cool right now, right? She gave a good story to Rhaenyra. She was like, yo, you recognize me as an equal. I appreciate you and all of that. But all I'm saying, and the reason why I say this is because I believe we've been getting a parallel showing up, right? We have Rhaenys, Queen Never Ever. She was almost like the hand. And then we had Otto, who was also like the hand on the other side. Then we got Clubfoot, who's the master of whispers and also is seeking power, right? But then we have Mysteria, who can spread rumors too. But is she also seeking power? And maybe the power is just in a different way to disrupt it and blow it up. I don't know. So I just want to throw that out there, and we'll see. I don't know. Y'all let me know about that theory. And listen, if it's in the books, don't say nothing. Leave me alone. But for those of y'all that are like me, that y'all didn't read nothing, if you think that's possible, just let me know. Anyway, so I think Jace right there, we kind of covered that. He ain't feeling special no more. All right, so they started passing the notes in class. Mysteria passed it on to Alan, who then passed it down, and it made its way to King's Landing, to Rhaenyra's servant, who got the note. And basically, the official Bastard Dragon Rider job application is now posted at the pub. By the way, shout out to this black brother who has gotten more lines than probably any other black brother here. I thought that he was going to be a one and done, but I'm glad that my man is getting some lines. But we see Ulf here hearing the news about the new Dragon Rider call. He immediately started talking about like, I got these bone spurs, right? I don't know if I can go out to war. I don't know, and you saw that face. You saw how quickly he changed. And they was like, bro, if you don't shut up with all that nonsense, bro, this is the chance of a lifetime. And Ulf admits that he just can't be sure if all that stuff he was talking about, being the stepbrother to Daemon and Viserys, he don't really know if it's true. But the boys at the bar was like, nah, man, we gonna peer pressure you into this. You going anyway. You about to be the new Dragon Rider after all that talk you done talked. Okay. Now we go to Hugh's house, and he said that he didn't know who his daddy was, but he did know that his mama worked in the pleasure houses. She had that good old silver hair. And y'all know that silver hair goes for an extra pretty penny. Told him that his mama told him that he was never any different than her brother's boys. Now, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Does this mean that she was King Jaehaerys's sister and he might be a stepbrother to, or no, not a stepbrother. He would be Daemon and Viserys's cousin. Is that correct? Did I get that family line correct? Yeah, because if she was the sister of Jaehaerys, Jaehaerys was the daddy of the two boys. They're cousins. Okay, I think that's right. All right, so he's their cousin. So I think, does that make him Rhaenyra's cousin twice removed. I don't know how that works at that point, but whatever. They cousins, right? So, or uncle cousins. I don't know, whatever. But Hugh, either way, had to make a choice because y'all know his daughter is sick. The king is not gonna help. They got problems. And yeah, both him and Ulf, they decide to pack up their stuff and make that call. They headed out to Dragonstone, right? So here we go. Back with Alicent. She's off in the woods, and it still looks like she ain't ready to leave. She don't want to leave her camping trip. And she is like taking a stroll, and apparently she heads into the lake to purify herself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka. I don't know if she gets some realization. I don't know if something happens, but whatever is going on, she makes a decision and she leaves. And I'm so glad because I was so sick of this story that went absolutely nowhere. And we have no idea what the hell's going on with her. But it seems like she's purified. She's fine, I guess. Whatever. Anyway, back at Dragonstone, the bastards have lined up. Squad is here. Bastard gang is all showed up. Rhaenyra is kind of looking, she's feeling some kind of way, obviously, because these are a lot of people that might not make it, right? But then we hear from the Dragon Order keepers. They protested that this was basically blasphemous to have all these lowborn, non-elite people trying to ride dragons, and you want us to teach them High Valyrian and what? My man mentioned that the dragons were the last bit of magic from old Valyria, and this kind of gives me the impression that as long as your blood, your ancestry was from old Valyria, that is probably what the dragons actually recognize. So it's not so much like, oh, you're a Targaryen, because we see with the Valyrians, they also were from old Valyria. So it's possible that as long as you kind of came from that place, as long as you came from the west side, you all right, So, but they also, these guys they're more of the religious type in this order, and they're like, yo, we not down with this. We not about to do it. So, Rhaenyra, she had to do this by herself, and she had to go address the people. She went to them bastards and was like, listen, we gonna have to make this work. She tried to give them a pep talk. She said Vermithor is the second largest dragon and probably the meanest. And at no point did she tell them not to show fear. Y'all remember, she told Sir Stefan, don't be scared out there. She didn't tell none of them none of that. I'm just like, damn, Rhaenyra, you about to just set them up for failure. You could have told them not to, be scary. You could have. Well, this pep talk, she tells them all that stuff. And then it's time to bring Vermithor out. She called him out. Vermithor came out, was like, you rang. And I love the fact that, I didn't even know she could calm him down. I thought the dragons only listen to one person, but I guess maybe they familiar, I guess. But I love this shot right here. It was so impressive. This right here looks like a Game of Thrones House of the Dragon poster in itself. Just a really, really dope shot. I had no idea that Vermithor was that big. Like, just the shot selection here, I just really liked it. But she told Vermithor, like, yo, be cool, okay? And I'm gonna need you to serve. And he complied, and she asked, all right, which one of y'all are gonna step up first? And out of everybody, first person to step up was Quasimodo Targaryen to volunteer as tribute. Rhaenyra was like, well, I'm out. The dragon is going to have to speak and make their choice. Just like that. And Vermithor took one whiff and was like, it smells like bees in here. And got to Dracarysing everybody. Took one whiff And that was it. Barbecue City for everything. Just woo, just barbecue chicken left and right. Here we go. And Rhaenyra had to sit there and deal with the fact that yet again, she's failed and killed people in her name in the process with her plan. Now, we see Ulf. Apparently, he made it, survived. I really thought, I know this is super random. I really thought this dude was about to burn his hair. Like the fact that his head got so close to that torch, I kept sitting here thinking, how did your hair not catch on fire? Just random. I know, whatever. But anyway, Ulf ended up falling, but he made it. And we see my man Hugh making his way out, and he finds himself next to a young lady. And Hugh and the woman, they try to escape, but Vermithor was like, where y'all going? Where you going? And as the woman is in danger, we see Hugh distracts the dragon to give that young lady a chance to escape. And by the way, I think the reason why he ended up doing this. At first, I was thinking to myself, oh, Hugh must, be thinking about his daughter. He might be thinking about his wife. But then I was thinking to myself, I think he looked at that woman and he probably saw his mama. Because remember, his mom was also a silver-haired woman in a brothel, right? And he said he was ashamed of her for all them years. But my man, I think he looked at her and was like, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna protect her probably because I couldn't protect my mama back in the day. And you saw my man Hugh and was like, what you gonna do then? Let's go. Come at me, bro. What you want to do, man? I felt that energy because Hugh was looking like, yeah. So yeah, you heard me. What you trying to do? He confronted that beast and said, "I'm ready." And Vermithor was like, "A word? That's how you feel? Okay. I can respect that. Matter of fact, I think you and me gonna be all right." And just like that, they became best friends. And you see Rhaenyra sitting here thinking like, oh my God, this thing actually worked. I mean, I lost a couple bastards, but this actually worked. Meanwhile, we got Ulf apparently survived and started to make his way through the dragon pit. And I believe it looks like he actually stepped on a whole dragon egg. And man, when I tell you at this point, I was like, yeah, bro, you dead. Like you dead. It's a wrap. Ain't no way you gonna sit here and first of all, how did you not see that big old black dragon just standing there? Wait, let's go back. You didn't see them big old wings? You didn't see them? First of all, where did you think you was gonna go? Bro, the dragon is right in front of you. I know it's black and it kind of blend in, but you didn't see them big old wings? And then you gonna make scrambled eggs out that dragon egg? Oh my God. This was the point where he knew he messed up. He knew he messed up. And Silverwig came out and was like, oh, that's what you gonna do? That's what you gonna do? But for some reason, this dragon was like, you know what? You break it, you buy it, buddy. Matter of fact, you killed my baby, but I like you. And just like that, they go together. That's it. I don't know why, but they go together now. This kind of reminded me of Shrek. Remember with Donkey and Dragon? When that whole scene, when Donkey thought he was going to get ate up, but then the dragon was just like, nah, I likes you and I want you, and they just got married, so hey, that was it. Meanwhile, back at King's Landing, outside, people are crying, talking about dragon flying around, and Aemon immediately wanted to know what the commotion was about, and we see off riding around on this joyride, just all around on his new dragon and everything. And Aemon is pissed. My man gets on his horse. He yells out to Vhagar, said, yo, it's time. Vhagar was like, oh, we riding? Say less, bro. Let's ride. And this was very telling for Aemon. I want you to recall Sir Clubfoot and the other guy, they didn't tell Aemon about Sea Smoke finding a rider. But now the moment Aemon finds out that another potential rider, dragon rider, is out there, look at how fast he springs into action. And I think it's safe to say, despite how calculating and how cold and manipulative Aemon could be, this is his actual weakness. As his own mama would say and point out, he is impulsive, he is brash, and definitely reckless. He got way too eager when it came to his encounter with Luke. All that stuff about how he want to fight and he wanted to play kind of, and he couldn't control Vhagar. It's because he was too reckless. And that's how he pretty much kicked off this war. But now the moment he sees a dragon, he damn near loses everything. And he's like, yo, he doesn't even think twice. He doesn't even think, is this a trap or nothing? All he wants is all the smoke. And as Ulf flies back to Dragonstone, Aemon starts to notice exactly where they going. And he tells Vhagar, nah, bro, turn around. Like that, just quickly. Because you don't want that. And Vhagar was like, man, fine. But we find out real fast why it was the best decision of both their lives. Because Rhaenyra stepped out with her dragons like, what you gonna do then? You don't want none of this smoke? You don't want these problems? You see my Dracarys crew? Man, this is probably one of the hardest Game of Thrones, House of Dragon pictures I have ever seen. What? You got your dragon, man. Look, this look like a whole album cover. Man, this shot right here. Ooh, you don't want these problems. You got my dragon all the way over there. You got my dragon right. What the dragon's at? You got my dragon right here. You got my other dragon right here. You got the other dragon up there at the top. Yo, all we do is got dragons, and you don't want these problems. Straight out of Westeros. I love it. That's what I'm talking about, brother. Yes. And that was the end of episode 7 of House of the Dragon. Wow. All right, guys, this is the point where I need you all to let me know, what did you think about episode 7 of House of the Dragon? Let me know your thoughts, scale from 0 to 10. While you guys respond and talk about that and list it, I will give you my thoughts. This was a fantastic setup episode. This episode has got me hype for the season finale. This episode had fantastic cinematography. There were some excellent shots here. I liked the character development with Daemon. I think that was very critical to see. I think that this does support my potential theory that we're going to have the next episode be the battle at Harrenhal. I think that's where it's going. And I'm also afraid that this is where Daemon will also die. Like, I think he's going to turn good. He's going to do all the right things. And that's when he dies. That's kind of where I'm leaning. But here's my concern. And this isn't against the show or for it or anything. I'm worried that this new development might have caused an imbalance in the force. Because I feel like this is a little too good to be true. I mean, yes, Team Green got some armies. Yes, they got Vhagar. That's a good come up, right? But Team Black, we got more dragons on more dragons on more dragons. Okay, so we got the dragons. That right there is huge. All them dragons, I would say, cancel out Vhagar. Because you only need about 2 or 3 dragons to take out Vhagar, and they got at least 3 or 4. Let's not forget, they still got Daemon's dragon at Harrenhal. Okay, let's not forget about that. And Rhaena might come through with her dragon if she ever claims it. So on the dragon side for Team Black, it's solid. But it's looking like Team Black also is going to get the Riverland people as well. So I'm sitting here thinking, you got the Riverland people. You clearly got all the dragons. It's feeling a little lopsided. It's feeling almost too good to be true for Team Black. Now, I'm not complaining because it's Team Black all day, but I feel like there's a setup coming. I'm just saying. And here's the other thing. Now, the Greens do have other dragons. I think one thing that they mentioned was that young son. What's the young son? Allison's youngest son, who went upstairs like Judy and never came back. He might have a dragon. So maybe they balance it out that way. Maybe they balance him out. I think I saw in the trailer you also had Aemon was asking Helena to get on her dragon. So maybe they balance it out that way, but they don't have no fighting experience. And here's the other thing. And I don't know if this is going to happen or not, but you still got the dudes from the north. You still got the men from the north, the Starks and them that are still coming down. It's going to take a minute, but they still coming down. So anyway, I like this episode a lot. I really, really like this episode. I thought it was really, really solid. So for a rating, I think that I would probably have to give it. I think I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10. Very, very good. Very good. I had a really good time with this. Yeah, I like the characters. I like what we're setting up for. And if you're gonna be a setup episode, if you can excite me for the next episode, let's go. Let's go. I do think we wasted time with Allison, though. Like, you didn't tell me nothing. You just showed me taking a bath in the lake or whatever. Anyway, let's see what y'all felt. 10, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 10, 8, 8, 9, 9.5, 9, 9, 9.5, 10, 7, 9, 8.5, 9, 8.5, 9, 8.7, 9, 9, 10. There we go. 8, 9.5, 9, 8.9, 8. Who else we got? 9.5, 9, 9, and an 8.5. All right. I think it's safe to say we enjoyed this episode, right? Let me grab some of these comments here. I almost forgot. My bad. Barbecue. Yes, it was barbecue all over the place. Corey, what you got? Vermithor. Smells like punk butt. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Minister Crush, what you got? I was like, Amen, pull up. We don't run over ones over here, boy. Pull up. Listen. I wanted him to go. He was gonna get jacked up. They was gonna mess him up. And I think Vhagar is still wounded. Ooh, that was gonna be nice. Famous, what you got? Rhaenyra just said Team Black assemble. Aemon and Vhagar about to get that beat down from Team Black. Daemon and Jace better get in line quick. Yeah, you know what? But I think that just having numbers is not enough. You need the dragons to also have some sort of fighting experience, which a lot of them don't. More of the Team Black ones do. But then you also need strategy. So I think Team Green is going to come up with some sort of strategy to maybe try and balance this out. Because now that Aemon knows that they got this many dragons, I think it's gonna make this dude start calculating, and that's what you don't want. The best way to defeat Aemon is to surprise him or to count on his recklessness. And now that he knows what he's up against, I don't like it because it's definitely gonna give him time to plan. So we'll see. Corey, what you got? Aemon, you dragon riders keep coming like roaches. Yeah, they do. And he gonna have to figure a way to get him out. Corey again, Vagar turned around for Vermithor like he's OG. Yeah. Because Vermithor, listen, you don't want that. Even though that's the second largest dragon too. Sometimes you don't have to be the biggest. Sometimes you just don't want that extra smoke. Okay. Corey, once again, yeah, E-Man, is them bastards really with you? Listen, that's a good question. That's a good question. And that's a question that Jace is basically asking is like, what do we do with these bastards? And are they with you or not? But anyway, guys, that is it. I need your help. Here's the deal. HBO is no longer giving episodes in advance. So all YouTubers, all the people with press access, listen, nobody's getting nothing at all for this season finale. All that tells me is this is about to be hot fire. The fact that matter of fact, they didn't even give us this episode until like last night because of Comic-Con. I think they were giving it off to Comic-Con too, and letting them screen it. But the fact that nobody knows what's going to happen in episode 8, it's about to go down. This is what I need from you guys. Do y'all want to do a live watch party? And what I mean by that is when 8, 9 o'clock, whatever time it is, whenever this comes on, we just gonna watch this thing together. We gonna react together. We could just do that. Obviously, I'm not gonna have no screenshots. It's not gonna be no in-depth breakdown or nothing, but we can do a watch along if you want. I don't know how I'm gonna set that up, but I'm gonna try and figure it out. So we could do a live watch party, or if you guys want, maybe we just go live a little bit later. So it really depends. Do you want the watch along experience, or do you want more of a breakdown situation? Because I can't break down in live. I can't do that. But okay, I'm looking at the comments. It's looking like y'all want the watch part. Okay, then listen. I listen to y'all. Watch party it is. We gonna be on time. We gonna watch this thing. We gonna react, and we gonna have a good time. I'm gonna try and come on a little bit earlier so that way we can kind of have some time, get people in and all that. But we gonna sit down and we gonna make it work, y'all. We gonna make it work. All right, guys, that's it. I appreciate y'all as always for coming through. Thank you so much. Keep those notifications on so we can make sure you don't miss the next video. Next week, that's it. Next Sunday, that's it, guys, and we'll see what happens. All right, make sure you guys have a great rest of your week or start of your week. I hope you guys are safe and have fun. Until next time, wash your hands, wash your butts, and everything in between. I'll see you guys later. Peace.